This goes out to all the guys who like to play basketball in the rain with no clothes on. This is for you. I know Jesus saves. I wish he'd save us from this podcast. I know he looks after you and me, but I wish he'd take us far away from here.
Hello. Welcome to IDM episode 108. Sorry, I don't have a microphone. It might sound a little less, the quality might be a little less than what you're used to. But we got some stories for you today, and hopefully we'll make up with it. I am your host, Othman Bouchereb, joined by my guy, my partner in crime, Blue Shorts Lingonberry. What's up, dude?
What up, bro? I got a feeling you might have to start taking this show a little bit more seriously moving forward. But it's good to be back. I'm sorry. Obviously, we didn't prefer to do a show on a Sunday night. Nobody would prefer to do that over Friday night, Saturday night, but it just so happens that our schedule and trying to put food on our family just did not allow us to do either of those nights. So we appreciate you guys for tuning in on this special evening, Sunday night, February 23rd, for a very, very memorable IDM.
Sorry, I'm responding to Ernesto Ladon's message about if we have a Venmo for the show.
Okay.
Normally I would say, dude, don't worry about it, man. Just the fact that you listen is enough. But with the recent events, we'll take what we can get.
We split everything two ways. Don't let Othman forget about that. Yeah. So I don't know what's been going on with you, dude.
Oh, not much, man. Not much. Hey, you know what, man? Why don't we just get into it? All right. Hi, everybody. I see everybody in the chat. Welcome. Lots of stuff to get to. All right, but let's not bury the lead. Okay, so
you're gay.
Huh?
You're gay.
I like penises. Yeah. So all right, so everyone knows I work for Highlight Technologies. It's a company that our guy Adam McNair hooked me up with. He was the COO, but he left the company. I've been there since I turned 30, so 7 years ago. And
8 years. Who's counting?
Yeah, Dotson works there. Yeah, I've learned a lot there. We joke around about, my effort and shit, but I've grown at that company. And recently there's a new CEO and there's a new administration. This company does government contracts. And I was worried when Adam left. I was like, fuck, man. Because, he had my back, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, not really.
Well,
what?
When did he leave? I mean, what's the timeline like?
Like 2-3 years ago.
Okay, so you've kind of been without like your best ally at the company for a couple years at this point,
Yeah.
but you've made it through. unscathed.
I've made friends along the way. You know,
Yeah.
I got some people.
Yeah, you're a pretty sociable guy from the confines of your basement.
I thought, dude, I was considering that this would just be where I worked for the rest of my life. Anyways, I'm kind of giving it away. So this past Friday, my boss sent me at like 8:50 in the morning, sent me a meeting request for like a sync up. And when I saw that, I was like, oh fuck, dude, I'm fucked. Like, usually I don't need. I'm given like more than an hour before I have to meet with somebody, or they'll like, if they want to talk to me, they'll schedule something a week in advance or days in advance. I'm like, what can this possibly be?
Is a sync up like common parlance in your business? I've never heard of that specific phrasing before, but hey, I've been out of the game for 2 years.
I think it's just a synonym for meeting.
Okay.
So I'm like, okay, what is this going to be about? And then I joined the meeting, and I was hoping that other people would be in it. It wouldn't just be one-on-one, because I'm like, okay, well, if it's one-on-one, this is probably going to be either something pressing that I need to do right now, or it's going to be about me.
Yeah, I don't mean to cut you off. It sounds like you're getting to something really important, but we also have something important to get to. Ernesto Ladon sending in the day before my birthday celebration 99.99 Gaygram alert. Gaygram alert. Gaygram alert. So shout outs to you.
Thank you, Ernesto. You're the man.
Shout outs to you, Ernesto Ladon. I'm sorry, what were we saying, dude?
No, it's okay. Thank you, Ernesto.
Alert. I have relationships with women and sex with men.
And I got news for you. That means you're gay.
So, yeah, shouts to Ernesto, our guy, our dog. So I'm called into this meeting, and I'm like, okay, please, somebody else be in this meeting, not just me. And of course, I join it, and it's just me and my boss. And right away, she's like, hey, Oathman. I'm like, hey. She's like, I have some bad news. And I'm like, all right, well.
My house is getting foreclosed on?
Huh?
My house is getting foreclosed on?
Yeah. She's like, I got some bad news. And I'm like, right away, I'm like, okay, well, I know what that fucking means. And I'm like, all right.
You're getting a promotion. My Life Technologies.
Yeah. And she's like, basically gives me this spiel about how the company hasn't been winning contracts, blah, blah, blah. They're making cuts, and they're letting me go. And yeah, I was just like, okay, like how much longer do I have? Like, you know what I'm saying? She's like, basically, she tells me like I have basically like a month, but not even. Like, they're like, I have till the 7th, and they'll also pay out the paid time PTO that I have left, which is like a fucking shitty. In my mind, I was like, damn, that's a shitty severance. Like, give me like a month to fucking find something else, you motherfucker guys, fucking asshole. No,
so they're saying, like, including your paid time off, their severance package to you is essentially 1 month.
No, not even. It's like 2-3 weeks or something like that, and then on top of that, I get paid out what my PTO would be. So if I didn't have PTO, paid time off, it would be like 2-3 weeks or something like that.
But it means you're officially no longer working for them. It's not like you're gonna play out the string. Like, you're done.
Oh yeah. And she's like, this isn't performance issue. This isn't performance based. they're making cuts, blah blah blah, and unfortunately, like my name was on the list, and yeah, so she was. What was nice is that she was like clearly upset and sad about it. It wasn't
Yeah,
like,
that helps. I always find that helps in those moments.
are you being sarcastic? No, I mean, she was like, I could hear her tearing up, and I was like, okay, well, I know that you probably didn't want to do this, obviously, and I was
Well,
like,
did you say, since you're so emotional about it, maybe you could just fall on the sword for me and give up your job, and then I'll stay.
yeah, no, I can't do what she does. But dude, immediately my head starts like I start thinking about like our new CEO and how he just got back from like a month-long trip to Aruba with his family and shit like that. And I'm like, oh, all right, well, this is just how the new dude runs shit, I guess. But yeah, so like it was a really short conversation, and Jessica like came in the room. I was like, did you just hear that? And she's like, no, what? I was like, they just laid me off, not fired, laid off. And she was more emotional than I was.
Well, you're dead inside. I mean,
Yeah, I know. But yeah, dude, like I start like,
can I just ask you, and I know this is a hard moment for you professionally, emotionally, it's horrific, obviously, especially when you think about the implications financially on your family and putting food on your family and all that stuff. It's devastating news to receive. Did you clarify in the moment? Because for me, when it happened to me, I wanted to get all the specifics. I wanted to get it out there on the record so that they couldn't like backtrack from it. Did you specify or get them to specify whether or not you were in fact laid off or fired?
No. But there's like a email that I got from HR that's like, this is not performance based. I'm eligible for rehire, shit like that. So I think it wouldn't say all that stuff if I was fired. Are you saying for like for unemployment purposes?
Yeah, just all that stuff. I mean, this is like, you already set it up. Like, you've been there for 8 years. You probably considered this your career long term. You didn't have any ideas or machinations of leaving anytime soon. And then very abruptly, they hit you like the broadside of a barn and they go, by the way, sorry about it. We're going to lay you off.
Yeah. No, I didn't ask them to specify, but I got a meeting with like our HR girl tomorrow, and like going to talk about, whatever bullshit details we have to go through. But yeah, dude, I mean, all I could think about is like, okay, fuck, like my, we pay a lot in childcare, I pay a lot for our nanny and for the kids' school and shit. And like, I'm like, okay, am I going to have to make cuts there? Like, am I going to be able to find something in a month? And so I start going on LinkedIn and fucking immediately looking for job openings. Adam McNair actually was texting me some Indian street food shit. And I was like, yo, dude, this is random, but you know anyone that's, I'm sending the, anyone that's hiring texts.
Yeah. Y'all
I sent a text yeah. I sent a text to Dotson, who does recruiting there. And I was like, dude, this just fucking happened. He was like, and he was like, dude, he's usually in the know with shit like that. But he was like, they must have not told me because they know that we're friends. I believe him. He would have definitely given me a heads up.
Hey, dude, just word to the wise, you're about to get laid off, not fired. It's going to be devastating. It's going to fuck your entire life up.
Yeah.
Wait, let's So I just want to make sure I'm catching all the details as you're giving them, because again, this is a very important moment in your life. I mean, it's sink or swim now. You've got not only your life depending on the money that you had coming in, but your wife and your 2 kids. And now it sounds like you may actually, as a chain reaction, have to lay off your nanny.
Well, I mean, we had a talk with our nanny afterwards just to let her know, like, hey, you know, hopefully I'll be able to find a job in a month, but if not, like, we might not be able to pay you after that. Like, and so might have to, as she said, dude, she's like part of our family now. She was like, don't even worry about me. Like, if I have to work a couple weeks or a couple months without you guys paying me, like, I have money saved up. You guys just take care of what you need to take care of, and we'll figure it out together. I said, damn, she's a real ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, dude, I mean, fuck, man. Like, I'm texting, you know, it sucks. Like, I immediately jump out of like any shtick mood that I'm in. I can't, like, I'm in a couple group texts with people, and I'm like, I don't even want to fucking joke around with you guys right now about anything, because all I can think about is like, fuck, dude, like, what am I gonna fucking do, you know? And I know we joke around with you a lot because you've been laid off, not fired, and fired, not laid off. But I think the difference is, not saying that my situation is more serious than yours or anything like that, but the reason I think I'm like a little more freaked out than you probably would be is just because, like, there's more of a 50-50 split with like our bills and shit here than what you got over there. Like, it's not like you guys you got a kid now, of course, but you don't have to fucking like pull your kid out of school or anything like that just because, you know, you're not working. I'm like literally like thinking like, fuck, dude, like if I can't find a job, like, I don't know, man. Was that you?
I think that was an accident. I'm sorry. It's not funny, obviously.
That's okay. It's all right. You know what? That's fair. You know what? That's fair. I've done that to you before. So yeah, man. So yeah, this is where I'm at. This is what's going on in my head, dude. It sucks because it's like, dude, it like everything in my brain is completely rewired right now. Like, I'm over the top extra nice to my Yehudi Judy because I'm like, what ground do I have to stand on? I'm fucking a jobless, you know what I mean? Like, dude, if she ever asks me to do anything, I'm like, yes, ma'am, yes, ma'am. Right, you're welcome for thanking me for your welcoming, for thanking, you know.
You made fun of me so many times for this, but welcome to my world, player. You've got 0 legs to stand on now. You have to basically concede every battle, especially the ones over money. Especially.
Yeah.
And if she happens to find out of a little segment that you do on your podcast for laughs called Yehudi News that's based solely around people like her, but not exclusively her, and certainly not her, only loosely based on her, you're fucked.
Yeah, dude, it fucking sucks, man. Why didn't you warn me?
All right, look, obviously I'm just fucking around, but
no, you're right. But dude, like, things as little as like renting a movie on Prime Video, I'm like, nah, I don't really have the authority to be doing that right now. You know, like, yeah. Let me just go to 1, 2, 3 movie. Honestly, dude, I can't even like watch a show or a movie right now because all I can think about is like, dude, you better fucking figure it out. Like, you better,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Should I replace the car that I wrecked a year ago? Certainly wasn't drunk at 7:30 a.m. in the morning on a Saturday. Definitely not that. That wasn't the reason it happened. But should I now, a year later, spend the money to replace that car? No, I probably shouldn't. I should probably hang on to that cash.
Yeah, dude. It's
Just in
fucking,
case.
it's crazy, man. And like,
You start seeing the world completely differently. It's crazy.
dude, totally, man. Like I started thinking, I was like, fuck, dude. Like I basically had 5 to 7 year, not 5 to 7, since COVID. Okay. So what was that, 2020? I basically had 4 or 5 years to, I mean, I got enough side hustle income streams like that. Like it's like it's decent, extra income. But I'm like, dude, you should have figured out a way to be like completely, independent and not relying on a corporation these past 5 years. What have you been doing with your time? You know what I'm saying?
It's almost like for 2 of those 5 years, you've had this brilliant platform that you could put all your energy into on the side, growing. And then you were like a year and a half into it. You were like, you know what? I'm tired of Blue Shorts' bullshit over the YouTube algorithm. Let me give him hell and just not do any of that bullshit for like 7 months.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
No, I'm just fucking around, dude. I definitely know what you're saying. And obviously I've incredible empathy for you because I've been there. It's you go from being devastated to like the next day I was like in a state of shock. I remember that feeling.
Yeah.
And I was like, there's no way this is real. 15 years at one company for you, 8 years at one company, never did anything wrong, never raised an issue. There's just no way. This isn't real.
Yeah.
And then when it becomes depressing is when you start looking at the number in your bank account dwindle and you're like, okay, no, this is definitely fucking real. I'm past the denial stage.
Yeah.
Now I'm in the oh shit stage.
Right.
And it's just
yeah.
fucking serious.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
It's a scary range of emotions to process.
And dude, I've never been laid off, not fired. I was fired once from Tequila Grande, a Mexican restaurant owned by Indian people. That might explain my beef with Indians. It was
first I was fired, not laid off, and then 15 years later I was laid off, not fired.
But like
both by Indians.
Fucking motherfuck guys. God damn it, dude. So this is like the first time I've been laid off. Because think about it, like my first real serious job was the radio station. Worked there for a while, quit, moved to LA, worked at that Beverly Hills restaurant, quit, moved back to Virginia. You know what I'm saying? Like, did the real estate marketing thing for like 5 years, quit. I do a lot of quitting, but yeah, this is the first time I've been like, broken up with, basically, except for, when Jamie Lee Fields did it.
This is JLF part 2.
Yeah, dude. And I'm like, what's wrong with me? Like, why don't you want me?
Dude, what's going to be the worst now that you've got 2 daughters and they're going to walk in on you crying in the basement one day or something, or you'll just be like sucking up your last sniffles.
Yeah.
Dada, what's wrong? What's wrong, Dada? Nothing. Everything's fine. I'm not gay. Everything's fine. We're all good. Your dad is a very tough man.
Yeah, Kevin Smith says, I don't know what you do, but if you send me a resume, I can pass it around, or your email. Yeah, dude, I'll definitely take you up on that, man. Yeah, so that's the other thing, man. Like, I did a live stream with Luke yesterday or Wednesday for the Better Biev and Bivol boxing event. You probably don't know who either of those guys, but it's like a huge boxing event.
I definitely know who Belle Biv DeVoe is.
So we did like a live stream, like a 5-hour live stream to his like 200,000 plus subscribers.
Crazy.
And there was a time where like 3,000 people were watching us live. And he's such a good dude, man.
Dude, big time. Even the big time jokes don't land as well when you've just been professionally devastated.
Oh, I know, dude. Yeah. Nothing. Yeah. No matter how good, an event can be, I still suck as a person right now.
And it's like what you said too, like where you're perusing your group chats and with all your boys, and they're all doing shtick about this, and you kind of like pop your head in for 60 to 90 seconds, and then you're like, fuck, I can't even laugh right now. I suck. I fucking stink. My life is terrible. I've got no value that I add to the world. I'm everything that I hate in this world. I stink.
Dude, I'm Big Dane A main now. Just a jobless father of two little kids. No, but on the live stream, I told him about it. I was like, dude, I just fucking got laid off, not fired. He was like, on his show on Morning Combat, he even said something about it. And he was like, if you want to say something about it on the live stream, say whatever. And I was like, yeah, if anyone out there is hiring or anything, look me up on LinkedIn, Othman, OTHM. Like I'm spelling out my name.
Oh man, dude. What a world we live in where you can be doing a live stream talking about UFC fights and you happen to slip in, by the way, catch me on LinkedIn on the side. If y'all N-words is hiring, I need a job.
I know, dude. So like a couple people added me on LinkedIn, but like I really think they're just, I don't know. It just seems like they just wanted to get these are kind of like mega fans of Luke, and they just want to get like a little bit closer to Luke, not really like help me out with it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
what doesn't help that every time you're on another podcast, you plug, you can check out my podcast on the straightreon.com, which is not the URL at all. It's an inside joke that only our most dedicated listeners get.
Wait, I did not say that. Why did you say? I didn't say that.
I don't know. I don't know what you said, but I'm just guessing you did.
Oh no. I said I do a podcast a couple times a week with my buddy. We do a lot of fart jokes and dick jokes. Check us out. It's called It Doesn't Matter. Just look up It Doesn't Matter Othello on YouTube and you'll find it. Yeah.
I mean, we did get some new subs since then, so that's cool. It definitely
works. Nice. Yeah,
you're gonna have to get better at selling the podcast now, dude. You got to drop the shtick when you're out on other people's podcasts. You got to promote.
I didn't say straight. Why do you say I said that? I didn't say that. Have I done that in the past? If I have, I'm sorry. I'm trying
1,000,000 times, but it's okay. It's okay. I'm saying we got to focus on the details now because it's going to affect your bottom dollar in the food that you're putting on your family.
Jen Montana says, couldn't Othman just work part-time and do the Mr. Mom bit and not have a nanny? That nanny made more than me. Yeah, I guess I could. She's just like, first of all, I don't want to do that. I don't want to be Mr. Mom. I want to be able to like bring in some money. I feel like a failure of a person if I'm just relying on my vagina's salary. No offense, Shorts. No, everyone likes to do what they like to do.
It is funny to hear you say that now after being laid off, when for months you've been telling me, dude, come on, just be a Mr. Mom now that you got the baby on the way. Now that it's you, it's like, yeah, but I wasn't thinking about that for me.
But Shorts, you've stopped sending out applications. So I'm trying to make you feel better about what you've resigned to.
For anybody who could be listening or is listening, that's not true. That's fake news. I have not stopped sending out.
Dude, everything I say is trying to make you feel better about your situation.
Yeah.
But also, dude, she's like, I know, and I know it sounds lame saying this. I know it sounds lame saying it, but she's like such a integral part of our family, the nanny.
Yeah, I mean, and not only that, I've seen her with your kids. She speaks like fluent English and Spanish to them, so she's actually helping rear them in a dual language household at a very young age, which is incredibly I don't know what the word I'm looking for is, but it's like instructive or formative, I think.
Dude, do you like the reels that I've been sending you of like little tips and tricks of early fatherhood? Have you seen those?
No, I haven't had time to look at Instagram. Sorry, buddy.
Fucking piece of shit. I fucking hate you. Anyways, we don't have to spend this entire episode talking about my job situation. I mean,
No, we certainly can.
okay.
In fact, there's nothing I would love more. But let's give a shout out to the dogs. Let me go grab my printout real quick.
Okay, cool. Let me go through the comments real quick. All right. Loud chewing, Chad. Yeah, my bad. I was having some chips. Oh, Pia's in the house. What's up, Pia? Again, shouts to Ernesto. He said, guess whose birthday it is tomorrow? Me. It's me. Happy birthday, Ernesto. Let's see. Ramesco in the house. What up, dogs? Oh, shit. Our guy, Money Mike, with the $49.99.
I have relationships with women and sex with men.
And I got news for you. That means you're gay.
He says, so sorry, dude. I appreciate that, dude. I appreciate that. I'm trying not to freak out about it. Hopefully everything will be okay. But,
have you ever thought about taking up a job in construction?
Dude, I couldn't hack it. I don't know how you did it. I cannot. Pia Broderick says, regret voting for someone. First of all, no sports, no politics, Pia. Everybody knows this.
That is a funny angle.
Dude, honestly, like my friend Cutter is so obsessed with Elon and Trump and everything that I know that the second I tell him I've been laid off, not fired, he's gonna be like, oh well, is it because of this? And honestly, I don't know if it's because of it, maybe, but I know he's gonna fucking needle me with that. Maybe they're right though. Maybe they're right. She says file for unemployment, dude. I think I'm gonna do that. Like
you definitely can do that. In fact, that is a leg up that you have on me. I can't do that because I don't want them pulling the money because Bob the builder would still end up footing the bill. That's why I couldn't file for unemployment after getting whatevered by him.
D-Tet says, sorry about the loss. Sucks being laid off, not fired. Is Othello on the job site next? Dude, yeah, I said it earlier. I don't have what it takes to be a productive coworker on the job site. So, if Bob needs to update his website, maybe, but I don't know if I can like move bags of concrete like you do.
It would be really funny if you did it for like a month, work for Bob the Builder.
Yeah.
Enough to see how brutal every day is, how just so stressful it is because physically, mentally you're drained. And then at the same time, like every Friday night you still have to drive no matter how tired you are over to my house for a show at 9:30. I make you set everything up. And then when you're like frustrated about it, I go, dude, come on, bro. What? Where's the hostility coming from?
Is it that hard to be nice to me this episode?
I'm sorry, dude.
Is it that difficult? You fucking bag of shit.
All right.
Janae sends in the now this is either the crying emoji or the laughing crying emoji. Hopefully it's the crying emoji. And Pia says, how old are my kids? I got a 2-year-old and a 5-year-old. So, all right, let's get to the dogs real quick before we get back to this.
It's time for our big time P1 shout outs.
Let's give a quick shout out to our dogs on the $8 tier. You guys can subscribe to IDM on patreon.com/IDM pod. Shout outs to Alex, AJ McCown, Alex Davis, Brendan Cooney. Shout outs to Brendan Smith, Brent Wenzel. I shouldn't be out of this much breath from laughing during the episode where you're telling everybody you got laid off.
You bastard. Dude.
I'm sorry. Shout outs to Brendan Smith, Brent Wenzel, Brian Altman, Brian Busties. Shout outs to Danny Loudermilk, David Slatt, Don DeMarco, Ernesto Ladon. Shout outs to Craven Moorhead, James M. Shout outs to Jen Montana. I'm from the Bay. That's how we speak. Shout outs to JP Flame, Kevin Smith, Korean John, Chris Stein. Shout outs to Kyle Kogan, M_Chisel, Matt Broadricks.
You're such an asshole, dude. I can tell you're loving this fucking episode. I fucking hate you, dude. You bastard.
I don't love the situation. I genuinely feel bad about it.
No, I know.
But I mean, dude, you laughed at my sister having cancer. Come on.
Okay, that's fair.
Shout outs to Matt Broadricks, Matt Starcheck, and Matt Starcheck. Shout outs to Max has a 1-inch penis, Peter Rosenkrantz. Shout outs to Phil J. Shout outs to Pig Tits.
Oh man, that's awesome.
Oh, shout outs to Reggie. Shout outs to our guy Brad Paints. You can check him out at Instagram.com/Brad Paints This. Shout outs to Sean Kibler, William, and Lubomir. Again, you guys can subscribe to IDM on patreon.com/IDM pod. POD. Thank you.
Hell yeah.
All right, where were we? So you got laid off. What's going on?
Real quick.
Yeah. What other threads can we pull on here? What else is great about this situation for you?
Real quick, Janae says, I moved in 2022 to Colorado and had to get a dishwasher job I could walk to. Dude, yeah, honestly, man, like, I'm not gonna lie. I was thinking, like, maybe I should just fucking get a restaurant job again, like something. And I'm thinking, like, maybe I should just do Uber Eats till, I can find a. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. These are the thoughts going in my head. Oh, our guy Brian
Which
Bust,
is different than the normal thoughts that are in your head.
Yeah.
Right. Boo, Short's terrible delivery. Get out of here.
Busty says you could apply for the role of Big O on Big O and Dukes. Dude, yeah, I mean, honestly, never mind. I was thinking.
I think I know.
You know. I bet Dukes would be willing to help me out. If I reach out to him, he'd probably say like, "Oh, I can pay you to, host some shows here and there, blah blah blah." But
yeah, for like the next 5 years.
Yeah, I need something with more benefits and less getting yelled at in text out there. But anyways,
so
go ahead.
All right. Pia says, do Uber or DoorDash part-time while looking for a job. Yeah. I mean, you could do that. Maybe both of us could do that.
If I do that, won't that fuck with the unemployment?
I don't know about that. I do not know.
Yeah. Because some people have hit me up via text, like Jimmy, the guy that you did some work for recently that
we'll talk about on the Patreon.
Yeah. He was like, yo, I got some videos that need editing if you want to do it. And I'm gonna hit him back. I mean, I really, if I'm in front of a computer, I want to spend that time like just like sending out applications and shit, rather than doing like little odd jobs here and there. But yeah, maybe I will. Maybe I'll have to. Anyways,
Yeah, it's a tough situation, and you'll probably end up having to drive to the closest Virginia unemployment office, which I've learned from personal experience is in fucking Woodbridge. So enjoy that drive. But I would ask them while you're there all those questions that you think of, write them down ahead of time, and
yeah,
ask them, and they'll say, "I don't know the answer to that."
yeah, okay. And you're speaking from experience because you actually collected unemployment, right?
No, I'd never success. I was actually too dumb to collect unemployment. I could not figure out the problem.
All right. Jim Montana, I got fired and then got my job at Ford, and it was the best job thing that ever happened. I've had 4 weeks vacation since November. Yeah, dude, that's what some people are telling me. They're like, this could be a blessing in disguise. Your next
Yeah,
job.
they told me that too.
So we'll see. Yeah, Janae, it pays the bills. I haven't found anything in my field after tons of interviews. That's what I'm worried about, dude. Like 2 years ago, Jessica was applying for jobs because she was like kind of wanted to see like what else is out there, and she was like, you should do this too. And I applied to other companies, and I went on like 3 or 4 interviews. I think we talked about it on the show.
We did.
And I realized, wow, I'm not as good at interviews as I thought I was. So I like kind of gave up on it, and now I'm like, fuck, dude, I actually am reliant on how well I can interview, the next month or so. So
no, it's very scary. In fact, it's not just putting yourself out there; it's putting yourself out there over and over and over again. And what I found is almost like mentally crippling, not mentally handicapping, but mentally crippling for me is going through the process of applying at so many different places, and it becomes mental traffic to sift through what are real follow-ups and what are just like automated responses sent by a computer algorithm.
yeah,
It becomes really hard to sift through all that and figure out, okay, what should I legitimately like follow up on or spend my hard time following up on?
yeah,
because you apply to so many jobs and you get so many responses, but a lot of them really are just like computer generated. They don't mean anything.
right.
So yeah, it's a tough haul, and it's not the best job market these days. Now, I will say that is not something that if you have like one of these in your household
Today in Yehudi News.
say it's been, I don't know, like a half a year since you had a job.
Mhm.
Maybe they don't want to hear how hard of a job market it is out there, and that will become a fight that you have to take on yourself as well.
Yeah.
And you'll learn all of this. But I honestly, dude, I genuinely believe you'll find something very quickly, and this will be like a distant memory pretty soon. I told you this over text, but I do mean it. You're not only smarter, but you're so much better at networking and doing what it requires for this type of thing to lead to another job than I am personally.
I don't think that's true, dude. If you put me and you in a like a big ass room full of random people we don't know, 100 times out of 100, you're gonna leave that room knowing more people than I do.
No, I'll know more people, and more people will like me.
Yeah.
But you'll be the one leaving the room with a job. They'll be like, all right, this guy's really funny. Let's invite him to the after party. But that guy over there, the Moroccan North
The
African
Aspie guy.
yeah, he's getting hired. He actually brings value.
Dude, but vibes are important, man. You sleep on vibes a little bit. Like, I think you're saying that because I have the degree and you don't. I think that's why you're saying that.
No, I just think you've always been better at just all the professional stuff. um, dressing professional shit like that really kind of matters to management, but you know, I don't know. It's weird. All we have to go off of to really compare each other with is radio, which is such a bizarre field anyways, that it's not really, you can't really compare it to anything. It's apples to oranges. But our guy Busty says he had unemployment during COVID. You have to report your earnings and it comes off of your unemployment. Okay.
Yeah, I'm just not going to work. I'm not going to do any work then until I get a job.
Right. And I believe when you file for unemployment, the payout is like a percentage of whatever you're getting paid. And that's a part of your company, their state taxes for employing somebody in your state and all that all gets worked into that. I'm not really sure how. There's some elaborate math that somebody can do, but I don't understand it, obviously.
I kind of want to file for unemployment also because I want to be like, this is bad. I want to be like fuck you to the company.
They expect it. They factor that in.
Okay.
So it won't be, unfortunately, it won't be the big fuck you that you think it is.
No, I don't think it's gonna fucking tank the company's stock, but I just want to be like, well, you don't decide when you stop paying me. I decide. Right.
It might if your company is Odyssey, but in fact, I would say the stock is sufficiently tanked and the company is sufficiently bankrupted. But yeah, I mean, obviously, I wish bad things for the people that laid you off. And good things for people that we both know that are still over there, obviously.
Do you want to hear something funny? So after Luke Thomas's stream on Saturday, like I was texting Jess because she was kind of salty at me because I was there way later than I expected to be, and I was like, "Hey, it's cool because I plugged my LinkedIn and got I was like I got 5 or 6 new connections on LinkedIn." And she was like, cool. And so when I got home, she was like, let me see who sent you friend requests. And I think she was like trying to see if I was lying or not. And so I gave her my phone. She's looking at the LinkedIn requests. And one of them said, she was like, this guy's from University of Pakistan.
Hey, we can't rule out any options at this point.
Yeah. I was like, so you could have a job. I don't know. Nothing wrong with that.
What is wrong with University of Bangladesh at this point?
Yeah.
No, you got to consider everything, of course. Yeah. It's scary. And yeah, honestly, what's even scarier than being laid off, not fired, is the Yehudi Judy breathing down your neck the entire step of the way. It's like she's going to give you like a little bit of a grace period where she's not going to bust your balls too hard for laying around on your ass, not doing shit for like 2 days. And then she's going to turn up the fucking pressure cooker on you. And she's going to be like, I don't want some broke ass motherfucker soaking up my dimes.
Soaking up my gold coins.
Soaking up my gold coins.
Yeah, I'm saying.
Big fat ass. And she's gonna start cracking the whip on you.
Dude, that's the thing. Like I can't. Like I can't.
And then before you know it, you're ordering Uber Eats to your back door so that she doesn't see it on the front door camera.
Dude, it sucks, man. Like, okay, so tomorrow's Monday. I like any second any like 10-minute span that I take just to kind of like chill, I feel like she's gonna be like, so you're just relaxing right now. She's not that bad. She's not like that, but I feel like anytime I do that, she would have the right to complain about me just chilling. And then, dude, and today she took our youngest daughter to go to the store with her, and my oldest daughter was kind of sick, so I was like hanging out with her. And my oldest daughter, she's like kind of asleep. She was sick, so she's kind of like napping. And I was butt tired too. So I kind of was like, maybe I'll just lay with her and nap with her. And then Jess texts me. She's like, you should use this time to message those people that hit you up on LinkedIn, and also maybe look into what you have to do to file for unemployment. And I couldn't be like,
No.
I couldn't respond and be like, come on, just fucking let me chill.
I know. Dude.
Yes, ma'am, right away, ma'am. Yeah,
Dude, I know it's the worst. You're fucked. You're so fucked.
I know,
for months until you find like a promising lead, and then they fuck it up by telling you to lie on your application about where you went to school, and then never take responsibility for it. Obviously, that's fake news. I'm just making that up.
Yeah, never happened. Yeah,
it never happened. Shit. Yeah, I mean, this has obviously been a great episode, so I'm enjoying it, and I hope you are too, Othman.
Yeah, this is awesome. This is the episode I've been waiting to do.
You give you a lot of credit for it takes a lot of balls to come out with this publicly, and I think you'll get some legitimate like leads and bites from between this and Luke Thomas's live stream and all that stuff. I mean, you'll be surprised at who reaches out. It may not materialize ultimately, but it will be reassuring to see that you actually do get leads. We've already seen in the chat tonight, Kevin Smith said he hopes you send him your resume and he can send it around to his people. So you've got legitimate experience in what you do. I don't know what it is that you do. I've tried to explain it to my vagina the million times that she's asked. I just say, I don't know. He does whatever it is he does. But you do have legitimate, certifiable experience in your field, whatever the heck it is. And you'll definitely find something. Especially, dude, how about with all those government jobs, federal jobs that are about to open up, because no sports, no politics, but a lot of people are fleeing the federal government right now.
Yeah,
there's going to be a ton of job opportunities, and you've got the prerequisites that you would need.
That's the other thing, dude. Like, a year and a half ago when I was applying to those other companies, one of my mom's friends works for some government agency, and she was gonna help me get a job there. And she was like, okay, apply to this position, and in your application say this and this and this. And like, I backed out last minute because I was like, fuck, I don't know if I want to do this. And then
yeah, I've been there.
Yeah. And I texted her, I was like, hey, I think I'm gonna stay with the company on that because blah, blah, blah. She's like, okay, that's fine. And I know that I feel like I could hit her up, but dude, like, government employees now have to go into the office 5 days a week, and they got
you're already doing the thing that you just said that you shouldn't do again.
Dude, I don't want to drive to DC 5 days a week,
like, ruling job opportunities out before you even really officially apply for them. You've got to apply and just see where it leads. Otherwise, you're gonna be like me, a year and a half into the search and still not have a fucking job.
No, that's where I draw the line, dude. I will not drive into DC 5 days a week. I'm not going to send Elon Musk's fucking autistic micromanaging an email every week with bullets of things that I've accomplished for the week. You know what I'm saying? Like,
now you give your true thoughts on Elon.
Dude, I'm over Elon, man. Elon can fucking suck. Never mind. No sports, no politics. But,
all it took was for your world to get rocked by reality.
No, remember, I was over Elon with the H-1B visas. But he was, yeah.
I got a little note on that, by the way, whenever we get to the Patreon.
Dude, we haven't talked about Elon's baby mama drama with that chick, Ashley St. Clair.
Yeah.
You know what's craziest to me out of this whole saga is that like 80% of his kids are IVF. So he's not even fucking raw dogging these chicks and, accidentally knocking them up.
That's interesting. So we just like dropping his sperm off at different doctor's offices.
he's intentionally fucking having like giving these chicks cups of his sperm and fucking just to intentionally procreate. He's not just busting loads and like just dealing with the repercussions later.
Wait a second. You follow the Twitter stuff and all those narratives a lot closer than I do. Are people like drawing that conclusion, or is that one you've drawn yourself? Because I haven't heard that anywhere. Like, hey, has anybody gone headline, Elon Musk is shipping his sperm all over the country to impregnate women?
No, I don't think he's not shipping his sperm. He is meeting these girls like Grimes or Ashley St. Clair and deciding, I want to have a kid with you. And I something's up with his sperm or his dick or something that he can't, they don't just fucking, he's not just busting loads. Like he's here. Let me look it up.
He's busting loads of Asian porn. I got it. Yeah.
How many of Elon Musk's kids are IVF? At least 9 of Elon Musk's children were conceived using IVF.
And he's got like a dozen kids, right?
I think he's got like 13. Yeah.
Damn, dude.
Isn't that crazy, dude? Because like when you hear about like, Antonio Cromartie or Tyreek Hill, well, obviously, it's different with them, but they're just fucking, they just get sized to have sex. They don't,
what's different about it? Wait a second.
They're not sending rockets to space. Like that. All right, you know what? No sports, no politics.
Well, dude, I mean, we had started looking into the IVF stuff, and we were like really close to pulling the trigger. Fortunately, by the miracle of God, we didn't have to.
Yeah,
we both got pregnant shortly thereafter. But yeah, I mean, it's very like it's a very intensive process. It's like not something that you do on accident. So to have that happen like 9 times out of 13 attempts, that's kind of crazy. Like he's trying to, and when you pair that with the fact that he's so into the idea of like what is killing off the population growth in the country and in the world. It's like, dude, this guy's been, I'd almost believe whatever he says because he's clearly applied his autistic brain to this in a very serious way for a very long time. He's got 13 kids to show for it. He wants to populate the world.
Well, dude, the whole thought of the whole concern of having to pay for a kid for 18 years and deal with the mom and shit, that's not even an afterthought in his mind.
Yeah.
He's like,
it's true.
I don't care how much it costs. I'm just going to fucking put my seed in this woman and the lawyers will deal with it,
Seed. Gross.
Well, I wanted to stop saying busting fat loads.
Dude, look, if you're going to be serious about IDM moving forward, because it's legitimately one of your only sources of income now.
All right, chill.
Welcome to the fucking club, by the way. You're going to have to stop cursing and saying things like busting huge loads on the YouTube free episodes, okay?
Dude, they say they curse on like shows that get 1 million views per episode.
Yeah, but they get no ad revenue. We can't get ad revenue if you're saying shit like, dude, I'm going to drop my seed off in this fucking whore.
I did not say that.
I know, I just did. All right, so it's moot point now. Obviously, we both indemnified ourselves here, but let's head over to the Patreon. Before we do that, obviously, it's worth reiterating, guys, if you're just tuning in, Oathman got laid off, not fired. It's a no laughing matter, guys. It's not funny. It's not funny even remotely. Okay?
Fuck off, dude. I fucking hate you.
And we also have to pay the bills and give a shout out to our guy, Mike Cook. So, yeah, again, if you're just tuning in, Oathman has officially been laid off. We don't need to belabor the point or anything like that. It is definitely not funny. Guys, next time you're DC, Northern Virginia area, and you're in need of a plumber, you don't have to look far. Don't call one of the big corporations. I'm telling you from experience, they're going to screw you on the price in the end, maybe even in the beginning. Don't get screwed in your end. Call our guy Mike Cook instead, 703-501-1926. In fact, you don't even have to take our word for it. Just give him a call. He'll show up to your house, take a look at your problem, whatever it is. Maybe you're remodeling your bathroom and don't know who you need to hire to do the pipe work. Mike will show up at your place, give you a free FREE estimate for free. And if you mention IDM after he gives you his price, he will take another 10% discount off the bottom line. That is just for you. Mike has owned and operated his small business. Emphasis on small business because that's important right now in the United States when corporations, the big greedy corporate dogs, are taking over our lives. You want to give your business to somebody who cares about the community that he works in. He's got 7 kids in the Northern Virginia area. Do you think he wants to screw over his local community? He wants to do right by them. Give Mike Cook, a guy who's owned and operated his small business all over Northern Virginia for the past 20 plus years, a guy who has no problem taking jobs that are big or small, whether they are commercial or residential. Just give Mike Cook a call. He's licensed and insured. I'm telling you, don't get caught hiring some fucking weirdo on
TaskRabbit,
Craigslist, Nextdoor.com, or whatever that website is that people use to spy on their neighbors. Don't do it. Just give our guy Mike Cook a call. 703-501-1926. That's 703-501-1926. And you can have a free estimate at your doorstep tomorrow.
Dude, if you guys need a example of what a good guy Mike Cook is, he texted me. Not only did he send in that gaygram alert earlier, but he just texted me and he was like, dude, I got some connects in the GovCon world. Here's a guy that you should send your resume to. Hit him up, and I'll let him know that you're my guy. So,
and his name is Bob the Builder.
Shut up, dude. Yeah. So Mike Cook has been fucking very, very active and helping us out and helping out the show, and he's a fucking awesome dude. So hit him up. Kevin Smith says Bob has an opening, right? Bob doesn't want to hire him. Bob,
probably not for that, but maybe for something else.
Yeah.
Maybe to like redo his website. Yeah, dude. In all jokes aside, it does take a lot of balls to come out with this publicly. I know it's somewhat humiliating, and you'll probably regret it as soon as you wake up tomorrow. But hey, you gave 125 people a laugh tonight.
Dude, Shorts had a job. Shorts worked a job this past weekend. That is another big story that we have not been able to get to. So we will get to that in about 2-3 minutes on the Straight-tron. If you're not already signed up,
Patreon.com/IDMpod.
I was just about to. Patreon.com/IDMpod. 3 episodes a week, unfiltered, raw, and uncut, like Shorts' penis. Hopefully we'll see you guys there. Janae is a new commenter on the show. Maybe I don't know if she signed up to the Straight-tron, but
I think she came from Raccoon Tweeties or one of those shows. I've seen her pop up once or twice before. So shout out to you. Yeah, follow us on over to the Patreon. Patreon.com.
Right, we will see you there. Peace.